Hey guys, we are back with another video. We are Meet the Simmons. So today we have a video for you that has been making the rounds on the internet a little bit here, but I think it's something that we need to address, especially in our community. Yeah. So here we go. The kid's crying. So, that was a lot.
Wow.
That's a grown man talking to a child, right? I mean,
he calls the baby the B
word. The
B
word, yeah. And then the little girls over there crying because all this turmoil is going on. That's a grown man with a you see a cigarette? With a cigarette in his hand. What are we? All right, I'm trying to pull myself together. That's deplorable. Now, I've seen these videos before. I've seen it where a mother would go on the bus and act a fool and stuff like that, and that's deplorable also. But as a man, and I'm speaking as a man here, to act that way in front of children is just, I can't fathom it. I won't respect it. The only thing keeping that man from that child was that bus driver. Mm-hmm. And thank God for him that he has some sense. But he better than me, because I'd have pushed him off my bus. He'd been on the ground. I sure would have. I'd have pushed him right off my bus. Because I don't play. I especially don't play when it comes to kids. And I certainly don't play when it comes to men acting out of character, getting out of pocket, and being overly emotional. This is what I'm talking about. When I talk about men being overly emotional and other men get mad at me saying, oh, well, you saying we shouldn't have emotions. No, I'm saying you should be in control of your emotions. Because when men lose control of their emotions, people get hurt or killed or worse. It's very important as a man, especially for me as a large man, to keep my emotions in check. It's something that I teach my sons. It's something I teach other men around me because I know what can happen if I lose it. What do you think?
Well, we don't like to use the term. Well, I won't say we don't like to use the term, but the term toxic masculinity. This is what it looks like: a man that's out of control, not in tune with his emotions, and being a horrible example for his out of control child. She's trying to climb over a seat. What with your little tiny skinny self? What are you trying to do? Trying to climb over the seat to get to whomever.
So I tried to do a little research on it, and basically it's the kid stuff. Like she being picked on or bullied or whatever, and she told her daddy, and this is the way he decided to handle it.
This is how he handles it. Yeah, that's a good look, Dad.
Way to go.
Good look.
Instead of taking the proper route, going to school, talking to the teachers, talking to the administration, and getting this thing worked out, and understanding that these are children, and children are going to be children, you took it upon yourself with your cigarette in hand to come on a bus and curse out another child about your child. And the worst thing was, if you go down in the comments, I've seen this video on a few different platforms, went down in the comments, and there were grown folks talking about, well, I ride for mine. What are you, what? Riding for what? I'll kill for my kids. You'll kill for them, will you live for them, though?
Ooh.
That's my thing. Will you live a life in front of them that's worthy of being honored? Will you live and make yourself a person that's worthy of being followed? This is what I'm talking about. We have this.
You need a spatula because you cooking.
This stupid mentality, and I'll speak for our community because all of them look like us. This is a stupid mentality that we have in our community where we think that that's buck. That's somehow you riding for your kid. No, riding for your kid is sitting her down and saying, sweetheart, life is hard. And you're going to come across people that don't like you and going to pick on you. This is how you handle it. And I'm going to show you that's how you ride for your kid. Not jump on a bus, full grown man with a cigarette in your hand cursing out a child. I bet you won't do that to me. I bet he won't. Dudes like that, I know him. I've known him my entire life. Talk all that stuff, get in front of a real man, ain't got nothing to say. You'll hit a woman or you'll pick on a child, but you won't step to a real man. That's the way that these dudes are. I've met them. I don't know his name. I don't know where he's from, but I've met him a million times. And I guarantee you, he ain't talking like that on the basketball court. He ain't talking like that in the factory to no other men. I guarantee you ain't. But you'll curse a child out. Man, get out of here. which is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I don't understand why there are a group of people in our community that think that this behavior is acceptable, or that it's a good look, or that it makes you tough or strong, or that it makes you cool, or, man, look how dedicated I am as a parent. No, you're sad. You're pitiful, and you actually need to take some classes. You're really sad. You're a sad individual. Shame on you.
And then he actually emboldened the child because
of his out of control behavior.
If that child was really wanting to fight that girl, she'd have fought her a long time ago. She wouldn't have went home and told her dad, she picking on me. No, she would have fought her a long time ago. She knew her dad was there and he was going to protect her, which is why she tried to climb over the seat. You emboldened her to get herself in a situation that she ain't built to handle.
Yep.
You missed a prime opportunity to teach your child about life and how life really works, because that don't fly in normal society. You're going to jail. That's where you're going. And now he probably either been to jail or on his way. It don't make sense. It don't make sense for a father to act like that. And people always talk about how women are out of control in our community. Well, those out of control women are being impregnated by out of control men, and they're creating out of control children. That's what we don't want to talk about.
And then I get to teach them.
Yeah. Well, then you got to come see me. When your 16-year-old son is 6'2" and 210 pounds, and you don't know what to do with him because the daddy's in jail, so you send him to me, and I got to get all up in his face because he's never had that before, and then I got to break him down and then love him back and show him what a real father does, because he doesn't know what it looks like.
Yep.
He has no clue, and so it's just disheartening. It's disheartening, and too many of these videos are floating around. This happens every day, guys. This not a one-off. This happens every day. And that's the thing. You go down the section, or go down to the comment section. So that's why I find the most egregious things is because the video itself is egregious. But when you see people co-signing it or saying they all try to show us in a bad light, no, you can't show something that's not there. That's what you don't want to talk about. You can't show something that's not there. And this stuff happens en masse. I've seen it myself. Growing up. I've seen it.
As a teacher, I've seen literally parents right in front of the school, pulled up to the school, stepped out of the car in front of the school, and we had to call the police because they were about to fight. Because you cut me off when I was trying to get my child to the school, and how you gone? Literally, doors open, kids trying to cross the street, and they're out there fighting. So administrators and teachers, we're trying to stand in between these crazy people until the police get there, so that our students will have to see some grown people fighting. So this isn't just a one-off. This happens all the time. And being in that environment, we see it. And it's the saddest, most ridiculous thing.
So we're not saying that this doesn't happen in other communities. Of course it does. But we're talking about us. We're talking about us because that's the number one deflection is always, well, they do it. That's because somebody else does it. I mean, it's like the old adage when you were a kid. If they jump off a bridge, you gonna jump off too. We don't have to act this way, but you have to have the character in order to be able to know that this is not a good thing. You got to. So I think that's a good place to stop. It's something that needs to be addressed. You can like it, you can not like it. Leave us a comment down at the bottom. But this cannot continue. It can't. And with that. That's enough said.